And we're live.
Hey!
I'm looking up things on the internet. This is good TV, right, guys?
Right? Looking up things on the internet?
There may even be sound.
Oh, that would be good, actually, because I know it wasn't completely on last time, and I did my goofy-ass intro, and it got cut off, so...
But we have many baud rates up now.
It's just a clerical collar, by the way.
Oh. Clerical collar.
Yes.
Yeah, he's a werewolf and he has a collar.
It says Roman collar. I guess there's a lot of colloquial names. Anyway, hey...
Clerical collar what Father Dowling does when he catches someone?
I don't know. I don't know anything. I hardly know my name right now.
You're welcome.
Hi guys, welcome to episode 6 of Razor Ridge, Werewolf the Wild West. I am your GM, Mac Talkin' Smack Beauvais. As you may have noticed, I have an extremely full table tonight of familiar faces and faces that are familiar but not necessarily for the show. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, starting with our very special guest, the infamous Stork.
Hi, I'm guesting today. I work too much on the weekends or weekdays, so I don't normally get to do this, but I have time off. I said to Mac, hey, I have time off, and Mac says, I have a job for you. So I showed up. She and I have been talking. She came up with a thing. Hopefully this will work out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's I have a job for you. More like, I guess I can make this work.
That sounded foreboding. I have a job for you.
Uh-oh. And then it turned into I have a job for you.
I came up with a concept. I came up with some stuff, and then Mac was really willing to work with me on it, and we cobbled some stuff together. We'll see what happens.
Or doesn't. I don't know. It's
it'll be fine. You're
I
good.
never know what I'm doing. It's all good.
It's possible that we'll take it in a completely different direction.
That is
probable.
Yup.
Hello, is it me? It's me.
Yes.
I'm Jesse. I play Jeremiah Watts, the town preacher, self-loather, metis, philodox, all that good stuff. And tonight I have a clerical collar to go.
First time caller.
Of shame.
I have the collar of shame, so I'm going to be moving very strangely. So, have fun with that.
It's method acting. It doesn't
It
give you
is.
like its whole idea of like why preachers were always so stiff and so.
I know.
What is his motivation? What does he want?
It's very method.
Hi, I'm Stephen Shrieking Pope. I play Charles Brecht, the Fianna Galliard, who's he means well.
She's got a good heart.
Yeah, he has a good
I
heart.
don't know, something that's in the chest cavity.
Yeah,
Lungs?
one of those things.
I don't know.
Good lungs. We'll go with good lungs.
Strong
For all the
lungs.
shrieking.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Naturally.
yes, because I just shriek like a banshee all the time, forever.
I guess that brings it to me. I'm Nick. I'm playing Chen Tzu, the Stargazer Theurge, and man of awkward silences, and that's it.
Speaking of awkward silences,
Team Awkward.
Team Awkward. And I play Sigrun Eld, who is a Lupus, Arun, get of Fenris. So she's basically a Viking in the Wild West. And feels more comfortable being a wolf than a human, so we'll see how this goes.
It's pretty much Sam.
Yeah.
You really are two, like, both sides of the coin. You're that
Oh, yeah.
and the Toreador side, and it's
Both
lovely.
a Toreador and a weird wolf hermit. So,
Yeah.
you know, I'm complicated.
I like it.
Yeah.
Very.
This is
It's
why we're friends.
complicated.
This is why we're friends.
Because I am similarly complicated. Anyway, we're going to play a game. Let's find out what happened last time.
Good, because I don't remember.
Before we do that, real quick, I just wanted to give a quick little shout out to longtime listener and watcher Sir Guido, whose 40th birthday is tomorrow.
Happy birthday!
Thank you.
No!
Cheers.
He has been listening a very, very long time. I'm going to say almost since year one.
Isn't
It
he?
might even be year one.
That is impressive.
For the
You know,
past
I'm
40
sure
years.
you'll correct me.
I believe he's a time traveler.
Possible.
We don't have any proof that he isn't, so
Right?
Right?
yeah,
I believe it. It's canon.
Time travel until proven not.
there you go.
All I'm saying is I've never seen him and Batman in the same room.
This is also true. So session 5. Let's find out what happened. Seated, meditating in the cairn, Chen went into an in-between state. A growling voice asks him why he has come. It wonders if the pack is worthy as it moves around him. It asks him to look at his friends and tell him what he sees. In Sigrun, he sees a giant wolf pup, fierce but young. On Jeremiah, he sees a badger worrying at itself. In Charlie, a jay flitting energetically about and also shrieking. In himself, raccoon grasping outwards. He defends them as worthy, and Fenris says, "We'll see." Snapping out of it, Chen rejoins the pack in activating the totem. After a period of reverence, Jeremiah excuses himself and leaves. One by one, the rest of the pack heads home to rest. The next day, Charlie awakens to a ragged scar on the palm of his hand. On the edge of town, a big man in a battered leather duster and hat, with a sword and a green plaid vest, comes riding in. He notices the pack symbol, stops, and howls his announcement. Chen, already awake, goes to meet the newcomer. Charlie puts on pants and shoes, grabs the spittoon, and stumbles outside. Sigrun, amped up for meeting Fenris, was already out regaling her siblings with the news. She heads towards the sound, getting a weird sense of awareness of where her pack is. She sees a silhouetted person on a horse waiting at the marker. Mackenzie, the stranger, sees a pair of figures approaching from the town. He dismounts and takes a sip from his canteen. Sigrun approaches quietly, but gets to him before the other two. She stops about 10 feet away and studies him. He looks like he might be important in some way. The stranger meets her gaze in a friendly way. Charlie and Chen show up to do the talking. Introductions are made, and Mackenzie asks about the fire. He's been tracking some outlaws known for arson. The pack fills him in on the barn fire, and he asks to see the site. Sigrun gives him a sniff over and decides he doesn't smell like lies, so she runs through town to give Eric and Astrid a heads up. Charlie, Chen, and the newcomer talk about new folks in town, while Sigrun makes it home and tries to change into Hamid form. She warns an exasperated Astrid and Eric about the newcomer. Meanwhile, Charlie tries to chat up Mackenzie, who he thinks is a fellow Fianna. Mackenzie doesn't feel like sharing and is not planning to stay. They arrive at the Magnuson farm. Mackenzie ties and waters his horse, then walks over to the barn, greeting Sigrun. He sniffs around. He senses a human and an accelerant, but he doesn't see the why. He asks Sigrun if the names Johnson and McLean mean anything to her, or her kin. They do not. Chen asks for a description of the people he is tracking. He shows a wanted poster of a man and woman. Charlie borrows it, grabs his spittoon, and heads into town. He goes to the saloon, and Annette gives him the business over his tab. He pays and looks around for the wanted folks. Annette says the poster people look a little familiar, and she asks how much the info is worth. Mackenzie walks into town, and Sigrun follows him. He walks into the bar, overhearing their conversation. Walks up to the bar and sets a gold eagle on it. That gets Annette's attention. She seems hesitant to rat out a patron. He activates some sort of presence, and everyone takes notice. She tells him they're upstairs. He adds a gold on the bar and heads upstairs. Chen and Sigrun are chatting outside when they hear scrabbling from the backside of the saloon. Mid-sentence, they both run for the sound. Inside, Charlie and Mackenzie enter the room and see an open window. Mackenzie leaps out of the window majestically, and Charlie follows suit. It was very majestic.
It's a good pronoun. Gotta make sure that
The four of them
It was important.
see
an
tracks
adverb.
running into the direction of the homestead. Charlie and Sigrun shift and give chase. Mackenzie and Chen give chase in Hamid, but shift when they all hear a shriek from the homestead. Approaching, they hear arguing inside. Sigrun busts open the door and sees a woman holding a gun to Astrid. She growls ferociously. Mackenzie enters the house in Lupa's form. The man holds Eric at gunpoint, and he says, "There's more of them!" Mackenzie shifts into Krenos form. The woman, Faye, panics and throws herself out the window. The man doesn't react. "This is what we came for," he says. Chen tries to magically jam the gun, but fails. Charlie goes around the house to the window the lady jumped out of, and locks eyes with Mackenzie. The man, Lawrence, asks Mackenzie how to turn into a werewolf. Sigrun growls at Lawrence, backing him towards the window. Mackenzie goes all majestic again. Lawrence lets go of Eric and falls back, babbling about not understanding. Mackenzie tells him, "You will," and runs off after Faye. Chen also takes off in pursuit of her. He catches up and bites her in the leg, crippling her. Then he shifts back into Hamid and tries to bandage the wound. Nice.
True story. He bit really hard.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
I'm so
Didn't
sorry.
mean to.
Oh gosh, did I hit an artery?
Charlie, in Hamid form, ties Lawrence up with his belt. Mackenzie grabs the belt and drags him outside. Mackenzie asks Sigrun if she wants vengeance or justice. She thinks about it for a moment and tells him to give them justice. She walks back into the house to talk to Eric and Astrid. They're not much comforted by the conclusion to the barn fire. Sigrun and Charlie help clean up the busted window, then Sigrun retrieves her clothes from behind the saloon and slips into the back pew to catch Jeremiah's last sermon of the day.
Aw.
I know. Gross. So before we jump in, does anybody have help of players right now?
Yes.
Nope. Burned
Who knows for
mine.
me?
Pass that down.
I have 3 sets.
Thank you.
Holy crap.
Yes.
I think I gave you one of those and you haven't used it yet.
I think you did. Stork's a homie.
And I believe I have
Thank
2.
you.
But
Oh,
let's
yeah,
just
you-
go with 0.
Did
I
you
thought
have
for sure there was
some?
going to be combat.
I got some, I never used them, so.
Was
All
there
right.
combat last time?
Well, thank you.
You weren't there.
No, I wasn't.
I'm trusting,
wasn't
and if it wasn't true, then you're just
You were
going to
given a
barf some
sermon.
more.
Several.
There you
times.
go.
Charlie's going to.
But you guys
barf
have
a lot.
like... Oh, we're talking. Oops.
Yep.
Whoopsie, sorry. Sorry, guys.
My bad. I started.
It was all Stork's fault.
All right, he's already in trouble. Get out. I made a mistake. You've missed the harassment, admit it. For those that haven't watched it, go back, watch Modicin. It's ridiculous.
It
It's
is
good
ridiculous.
times.
It's a good show.
Great.
Ridiculously good.
Sure.
Yes, it's
Yes.
It's ridiculously a lot of things.
So before we move on into the following day, since you happened to go and attend Jeremiah's sermon, did you stay around to talk to Jeremiah at all? Or did you happen to notice? Because she's pretty obvious anywhere she goes. So you probably would have noticed her coming in unless you were really in the middle of the hell and brimfire part of the
Fire
sermon.
and brimstone.
Which, side note, is
Hell and
probably
brimfire.
Sigrun's
I don't know. I'm
favorite
making
part.
up words.
Everything.
It's been a really long, short week already.
Hell and Brimfire. I like it.
Yeah, I don't know what's
Actually.
happening. That's going to be my goth
I
band.
think I did.
Yeah.
Brimfire.
Helen
I don't know.
Brimfire.
There was just a lot of words that were happening there.
Well, I'm assuming
Cool.
that we now have a sense of where our pack is, right? We have like an acute.
Yeah, so I
Feeling
actually
or-
mentioned that during the last game, and I apologize, I did not catch you up. So there's almost a magnetic feeling, like when magnets start to get close, where you can feel that pull. So it's not an exact like pinpoint of where the other pack members are, but you can kind of, if you sort of think about it, you can kind of feel the magnetic push and pull of their movements. And so you probably during that Sunday felt a lot of activity, like they were really far away, and then it seemed like they were closer, and you would have noticed her coming in.
Yeah.
Again, even if there wasn't that, she's kind of obvious.
She is obvious, yes.
A Viking walks into a church pew.
Bangs the door open in the middle of the sermon.
But shh, I have come for the sermon.
Yes. Oh, it's so sweet. She came to his sermon.
Can I sit here?
Is this okay?
Thank you.
How does this work?
She sits in the middle of the aisle.
Do I also cut my hand for this god?
Why is there no lightning?
What kind of sacrifices does your god like?
So yes, I would say that he noticed her. Indeed.
Do you guys have any interaction, or is it he's done talking and you leave?
Well,
Character moments. I'm giving you guys moments.
I would say, well, Jeremiah stands at the exit and says bye to people, you know. So
yeah. I would wait for everybody else to leave first and then come say goodbye to you.
hello. Team awkward. There's 3 awkward characters in this game.
And this is why you don't create characters in a vacuum, folks.
Charlie's like the only one with any social skills, apparently.
You guys gotta wait for it. I was dramatically pausing.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Jeez.
sorry.
He's gonna talk.
God, you guys.
That was
Sorry.
very interesting.
Interesting how.
Less complicated.
Yes.
We
That's why
found
I
the
like
people
it.
that burned the barn.
Really? Who were they? Did you get them? Are they in jail?
They will be, or dead.
Well, I would never wish for anyone's death. However,
They
fair.
They wish to be wolves. They were looking for us.
I don't see why that would be anyone's wish. Where are they now?
A large man came and took them.
So what do we do from here?
I'm sorry, folks. Nick is dying.
Let us awkward at each other. Shush.
I think it's cute.
They heard of us somehow. Someone must know. Is there anyone you can think of who would know?
Not at all. I tend to stay away from this side of my existence.
Well,
if you couldn't tell.
I hadn't noticed.
But are we going after them, or?
We should find whoever is talking about us
Excellent.
and make them stop talking.
Probably. I wouldn't want anyone to find out anything about me either. So, what do we do now? Where do we go from here?
Well, we should probably start with Charlie. He's good at talking.
Very true.
Thank God one of us is.
What did you say?
Oh, thank God one of us is.
That was beautiful.
That was wonderful.
And
That was an art.
Hey, you know. All right, well then we go to Charlie's then, I guess, or go to find Charlie at the saloon, probably, I would assume.
He's not there.
Shoot.
On Sunday afternoon?
I know.
Okay.
The heck, Charlie?
I'll stop for a minute and see if I can, like, feel it out.
Smell
Where
him.
is he? Smell?
Smell and
Magnet
feeling
smell?
out are two different things.
I want to use the Where's My Pack magnet.
Okay.
The Where's My Pack app on the iPhone?
Yes. Wolf app. Where's my
Okay,
pack?
if you're going to actually try and hone in on that, which
Yes.
you haven't before, this is going to be the first time you're actually trying to use it as like a location service. It's like Uber for werewolves or something.
Yep.
Drop a pen.
You're going to have to use Primal Urge and Perception. This
Okay.
is the first go around. I'm going to say it's going to be 8
Okay.
because I don't think you're terribly far away.
I'm still in town.
Yeah. Do your bat echolocation.
Come on. 8. Nope.
Nope.
Mm.
It's still a really new thing.
Okay.
I want everybody to roll Primal Urge and Perception for me. Difficulty is 7.
Okay.
You're excused, Art.
Well, Primal Urge is something that Jeremiah has very little of.
Well, I got 1.
Okay.
You said
2.
7?
7.
No, 2. You're right. Because that was a 7.
Yeah, that was an 8.
Thank you.
That's okay.
1.
Ooh, 1. Okay.
With a 10, mind you. Oh my.
Oh, shoot. I got a 1 and a 10, so none.
Okay.
Bummer.
7s, you said?
Yes.
3 successes.
Damn.
4 successes.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. 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 You especially feel it And you definitely feel this, and so does Sigrun. You're coming hot off of that sermon. Something's in the cairn.
Oh.
Is it something I recognize, like Charlie? Or just a thing?
You've never had this feeling before, and it's sort of like there was a protectiveness when you guys were there, but this is like your spidey senses are tingling.
Okay.
There's something is wrong, and it's almost like it's calling to you like, hey.
What does the street look like behind fine medicine and tailoring?
There isn't
Or
really
the
street.
the alley behind there.
It's not even. It's open desert.
Okay. But is our friend there taking a leak again? Like he has every other time we come out of the back of the buildings?
Oh,
It's his job, okay?
It's one job!
I don't come to your place of employment.
I love that comeback. That's like my favorite heckler line ever.
yes, he is.
Of course he is. Okay.
I just rolled for it. He's there. He is taking a leak because, he can't really get much further than outside of the nest.
Yeah, he just stumbles in and out of the
Merryweather's there. Yeah.
Merryweather's all the time. You know what? Chen
And
does,
he just kind of looks over and be like, an acknowledgement right back at it.
as soon as he is not paying attention to me, Chen is going to shift and make all haste
Okay.
to the cairn.
In the
You
saloon.
have to roll for that.
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
What is that again?
So you're going to be rolling.
Is it Primal Urge
Yeah,
and
it's Primal Urge, and where's my
something?
cheat sheet here? Stamina and Primal Urge. 1 success is needed for each stage, and you're going from Hamid to Lupus, so you're going to need 4 at difficulty 6.
Okay.
Anybody?
Oh no, thank you.
No, thank
No,
I'm
thank
good.
you.
I sent you a Slack.
Okay, that's terrifying.
Okay. Right, I forgot I'm not very good at this. 1 success, so
All
that
right.
was garbage.
Yep. So you're in Glad, bro.
Yeah. I'm not a glad bro.
Or Glabro, rather.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
keep wanting to add a D.
I know,
I know,
I
right?
understand.
Screw it, I'm the GM. now it's Glad, bro.
Glad bro.
Let me
I'm
mark that on my
changing this
sheet.
right now.
Glad.
Dear World of Darkness, I'm very upset with how you decided to title your things.
Missed opportunity. Glad, bro.
Sincerely yours.
So, can I try again?
Sure.
Can I keep going? Okay.
You said, "Oh, do you mean oh?"
That's 3 more steps, so that gets me to Lupus.
Yes. You got there, buddy.
Okay. It
All
took
right,
a
so you're
moment.
going to start running for the cairn.
Yeah, at maximum speed. I don't even care who sees me.
Warp speed. That's an interesting question.
So, wait. just because for me, lupus form is pure wolf form, or is that one
Yes.
of those hybrid
Yes.
forms?
Yeah,
Pure wolf
Yep.
form.
All right, so they'd see a wolf running.
yeah.
Kind of
Okay, all right.
It
Okay.
bigger
looks
than
like a
ex-
natural
bigger
wolf,
than
too.
usual.
All right, no, that's fine. I
A
just
li-
like a
well,
teeny
just slightly bigger. The problem is in this area at that time, you probably would have. There would have been more like Mexican red wolves out there.
Mm-hmm.
So they're a smaller wolf. You get that
Oh, okay.
coyotes out in the desert. You're not going to have as much like gray wolves, and I imagine that Guru are more like the kind of gray wolf, big wolf.
Yeah.
Stargazers are specifically described
they're
as being
smaller, though.
smaller than the standard.
Yeah, but that's
than
a
most other
specific
types.
thing to your
Right.
particular breed. There.
But yeah, a gray wolf with dark stripes.
Well, be it if you ever run into a zoologist.
one
Yeah.
one right back here that's like a Q.
What is this wolf
There you
doing
go.
out here?
You got like one streak back here that's the Q.
Yes, exactly.
It's like Albert and his wolf form with the porn stash.
Yes.
That's true. There is precedent.
All right, so you're running. What's everybody else doing? Because you've gotten
We were.
this flash.
Yeah, we were in the saloon.
You were unfazed
He
by
didn't,
anything.
yeah, he didn't feel like
I get kind of a faraway look in my eyes and then grab you by the robes. We have to go. And just pull you out of the saloon.
All right. He's gonna be like, oh gosh, well, he'll go with you. He's like, oh, please don't touch that. And I just, modesty, please.
Once it looks like you're following me, I'll let go of
Okay.
your ropes. And then run towards, let's see, we're at the saloon.
So the saloon's on the edge of town facing the mountains. The back side of the saloon is facing towards the boot
Okay.
hill and the ridge.
So I guess we go also behind the saloon and see if that peeing guy is there.
Let's find out! Damn, this die is rolling good. Yes, he is out there enjoying a leak.
Still peeing. Okay.
He went back in and then he came right back out. You know, once you break the seal, it's really hard to stop. He may also have a UTI.
In the Wild West, shocked.
Now I feel bad for him.
He can't get enough cranberry juice for it.
It may not
We
even be
should get
UTI. It
that
might
looked
be
at.
something else from, the
He's got
Machi.
Old West disease.
I kind of under my breath growl at him and then cheese it further away before
Okay.
trying to shift. But
Okay.
but once we get far enough away that I don't think that UTI guy can see me, I'm gonna shift.
Okay.
I
Snap
can hear
back into
Kimmy yelling at me
Lucas.
right now. I have this feeling I need to do this.
No, I think you're
All right.
fine.
You just want to be closer to Jesse. It's fine.
Who doesn't?
That's fair. I do.
Oh, I didn't mean to shrug during
Swap
that. I'm
places
sorry.
with Jesse right now.
I was,
Okay.
that was real bad. Whoa.
Okay. What are you doing then, Jeremiah?
I'm just running, following Sigrun, not shifting.
All right, so you're going to be definitely following at some paces behind.
Yep.
Yep,
All
you're
right.
probably fairly horrified because I throw my clothes off and then just
Oh, yeah.
snap into wolf form.
He's horrified. Yeah.
Do you
Horrified.
avert your
Picking them up.
eyes?
Picking them up.
Oh yeah, he averts his eyes. He's horrified, confused, embarrassed.
Little aroused.
He would
Now,
never admit that. But maybe.
Charlie, isn't you were being dodgy on where Charlie is? Where is Charlie?
Charlie is out in the middle of the desert looking for the witch's house.
Okay. Well,
I
you're,
love it when I get the ST to go, what the fuck?
yeah, okay. You're in the general area?
Yeah, where I remember it being.
Okay. What's more important to you in this moment?
Well, I imagine Charlie is walking up to the house. He's just about to knock, and then
If
he
you
feels
can
it.
Find it again. Because
Good
I would
point.
make you roll to be able to find it of your own accord.
Okay.
So you're probably, it's like, I knew it was around here somewhere, and you would have to roll to be able to actually see the damn thing.
So I go out to where I thought it was, and I find that giant rock, and I was like, okay, it was right here, and then I get the little, ding, alarm, whatever you want to call it. God damn it. And I just book it.
Okay.
I'm not going to shift that. I'm just going to...
You're going to run on foot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You, I think, got a major head start on them. And,
And as I run, I'm reaching out because this is still new to Chen as well, with any kind of mental sense or awareness to see if I can get information from the Fenris totem.
it's still
Oh,
it's still really fresh to concentrate enough for that, especially given the level of panic. This is the first time you felt that. You're going to have to actually stop and think about that if you
okay.
want to do that.
Then
you're gonna have
getting
to
there is more important.
Yeah, because I think that requires a little more of a delve
Fair
right
enough.
now. But you're definitely going to hit the edge of the cairn first. Not terribly far behind. I mean, you'll probably, again, it's that push and pull of magnets, feel that Sigrun is catching up nearby, and that Jeremiah and Charlie are also on the approach, but further away.
Lagging. Okay.
But yeah, so you hit the edge of the cairn. You just go right in?
I stop for a moment and see if there's anything wrong or weird on the outside.
Okay. How long do you want to pause? I mean, enough to look
10
for
seconds.
tracks.
Are you sniffing?
Yeah, what are you wanting to do specifically? Are you using your eyes? Are you using your nose?
Nose probably makes more sense.
Your nose?
Yeah.
Can I just see your really cool? What
Lego
is that?
wolf?
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, it's
The
like a wolf.
So awesome.
Primal urge.
Here's
and-
my Lego werewolf.
I love him.
Nick, give me primal urge and perception.
Okay.
And since you are in a frenzy on the move kind of thing, give me 8s.
Okay.
Because this is like a really fast thing and your senses are kind of going nuts.
1, 2, 3, 3.
3?
Yep.
You can definitely smell that something came through this way and has
Well, a new scent.
a new scent, yeah.
Okay. Then Chen immediately dashes into the cairn.
Okay. You dash into the cairn, you dive around a couple of corners, and run smack dab towards. I'll let him introduce himself now.
Howdy.
Can I tell if he is?
Okay, first of all, there's a little campfire, and I'm cooking a stew, and it smells. I don't know what it smells like. Does it smell good? It smells really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna say it smells good. It's very earthy.
Mm-hmm.
Very earthy.
Howdy. You see a very old Native American gentleman sitting on a blanket with his little campfire in the middle of your cairn, cooking a stew.
Shook.
As you are running into him, Sigrun, you've just hit the edge of the cairn. So you're probably about 30 seconds behind him at this point.
Okay.
But I'll let just
she
so you
doesn't
know.
stop running. She,
Okay.
But do I hear them on the way in?
You might hear that there's a murmur of voices.
Okay.
It smells stew.
Yeah.
I run towards the stew.
Okay.
Can I tell if the stranger is a werewolf? Does he smell like a werewolf, or like previously we sort of had been able to identify others of
Well,
our
a lot
kind?
of that was also Jesse's particular thing with Jeremiah, which is sent to the true form.
Okay.
If you want to roll primal urge and perception for me.
Okay. I'll give that a try.
You must overcome my stew smell.
Yeah, so give me 8s, because, yeah, it's a very pungent.
I just keep picturing Stu.
I
Like
know.
the person.
There is a stew
He's
smell.
making a stew.
It's not quite as bad as that stew smell.
doing?
8's 1.
1. It's a little hard to tell over. This is a very pungent stew. You run in lupus form, and it didn't seem particularly rattled, and said howdy when you came in. So you're getting the feeling that he's probably not a normal human.
I got the impression, Nick got the impression that the cairn is kind of magically hidden as well, like normal humans wouldn't just stumble across it.
Unlikely,
Or
but
did I
not
misunderstand
impossible.
that? Okay.
Because remember, there's also a series of tunnel ways and stuff in there too. Yeah, but it's unlikely, but it's not impossible. But you get the feeling that given the demeanor and just the general scent you're getting, that does not seem like a regular human person.
While you're standing there puzzled, I'm going to ladle out a little stew into a gourd and sort of set it down.
Chen growls at you, "Who are you?"
Do I even understand that?
Yes.
Well, we're waiting for your pack. One does not a pack make.
That makes excellent sense, but
Sigrun
At
comes
the same
skidding in
time-
at this moment.
it doesn't answer my question.
Two.
He knows the pack. He has not given me his name.
Did you ask his name?
Yes, he asked my name.
You would not give it?
I'm waiting for the rest.
But you will give it when they get here.
Have some stew.
He puts a gourd of stew in front of you.
I smell the stew.
Okay.
What does it smell like?
Earthy and very good.
Smells like food?
Yeah.
Nothing weird smell in it?
This is the most dog
define
conversation.
weird.
It's like the thought process of any dog I've ever met. It's like, smells okay.
They lick each other's butts. Really?
It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell like, oh God, he put rat poison in it.
Smells 100% food.
It smells like food.
Okay.
If you look over at Chen at all, he is giving you like this look and like subtly shaking his head no, or whatever the wolf equivalent of that would be.
Sure.
But I'm not in charge of you.
I'm gonna say you guys are starting. You maybe are surprised to see each other at the exact same time, hitting the edge of the cairn as well.
Sorry, Mr. Sermon, and book it.
Jeremiah's gonna stand there for a minute, go, damn it, and go in.
You guys join this awkward in process.
Chen, holy fuck, what the?
Stu?
Hello?
Howdy.
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 He's one of us. He has not given his name. He has given stew.
You have asked his name, right?
Try
Yes.
this.
I also asked him that.
I take the stew.
And I dish up a thing for myself as well. And I start eating some.
Hello.
Howdy.
Thank you. Jeremiah's actually going to eat the stew. He doesn't understand the volume of what's happening. He doesn't care to know.
Okay.
He's like,
Okay, Charlie's gonna
Someone
have some
found our
soup.
special spot and made a campfire.
Okay, Charlie's going to not break eye contact, but he's going to like take a long sip of the stew. Oh shit, that's actually real good.
It's mushrooms and some cactus and whatever else you can sort of find around. It's a Native American. Come on. It's actually seasoned really well with some sage and rosemary that you find growing wild.
No shit, I'm gonna have to get right. Off topic. So, fella, you gonna give a name or
Oh, yes. My name is David Latrans. What's her name? Not Arbogast. Mrs.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Osterman?
Osterman. Mrs. Osterman told me that I could find you here. Well, that's not
course.
really true. I was visiting her and I did figure out you were here. So I thought I would introduce myself. It's a small world, small desert, very, very serious town.
That's one way to put it. Now, not to be rude because you gave me food, but I should be kicking your ass because you kind of went around the whole, proper
Territory.
proper protocol.
Well, I didn't know you were here. I didn't actually realize till I left town. Didn't know you were in town. This is your place, so I'm here.
Right. Charlie's gonna sit down. What tribe are you from?
Cherokee.
You know what I mean.
Cherokee.
You were running?
Listen, I worked with Mrs. Osterman. That would make me a shaman of very powerful, or not. Who can say?
I will use scent of the true form.
What did you say his last name was?
David Latrans.
Latrans. Okay.
Do I roll for that, or is it just a passing ability?
I think there's two different things. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now.
I think I've used it 3 times, and I always forget.
Yeah. Well, there's two
It's
different
okay for those
things.
people not following along at home.
They should
can
be.
explain it out.
Shame on them. You can automatically tell when someone's a werewolf. That's the big thing.
Excellent.
Yep.
So he's a werewolf.
Seems so.
Excellent.
What brings you to Razor Ridge and to our cairn?
Please, can you not be in dog form? Let's sit down and enjoy some food, and we can talk.
This man makes a
Dog
lot
form.
of sense. I agree.
Well, now I know I need to worry.
I like him.
All right.
Are you eating the stew?
No, not that he said I was in dog form now. That's super rude. Dog form. Grumbles.
Okay. All right.
Chen will shift back to Hobbit.
So, introductions. I've given you my name. What's your name?
Jeremiah
Jeremiah. What?
Watts.
What, nice to meet you, Jeremiah. What's your name?
Dances with the Fae.
Dances with the Fae.
I'm not giving my real name. He's giving my deed name.
That's not really a good name. Well, that's not true.
You gave
That
him
sounds like a lie.
It's my deed name.
He's like, oh, that's awesome.
You gave him the rejection hotline number.
And what's your name?
Chensu.
Chensu. What does that mean?
We can discuss it at a future date.
And what's your name?
Sigrun Eld. She's not shifting out of lupus form.
Sigrun. That's from over the seas, yes?
Yes.
Or from the old countries. Cold.
Very.
Ice and snow.
Mm-hmm.
This is a very serious group here. I must say, we should all have some stew, and we can talk. We have some more stew.
Well, I'm willing to talk. We just kind of had a little bit of a scare, so hackles are a bit up. Hope you understand.
What could possibly scare you?
People trying to burn my kin.
People. The white man has been scaring my people for generations. The Trail of Tears, that was scary. What could possibly scare you?
This got really real.
What brings you to Razor Ridge and to our cairn?
Well, I was visiting Mrs. Osterman there. I tend to gather things that she wants, news, herbs. We have a business every couple of months. I come into town. Did my herbs, started to leave and realized things had changed. You know you're in the West, right? In the middle of the desert, surrounded by ancient cultures, yes?
I'm where Gaia has placed me.
Sure. Gaia is strong here, yes? Do you know what you get when you pour vodka on tomatoes?
Drunk tomatoes.
Stewed tomatoes. Yeah. You are very serious.
Once again, I apologize. Usually I'm the life of the party. He'll tell you.
It's true. Usually I'm the only one who's serious.
I find this hard to believe. This is the most serious group I have ever seen. Shall I tell you a story?
Yes. Please.
Oh God, he printed it out.
He printed it out.
I'm just so hyped for this right now.
Hold on, let me get my soda ready.
Hype.
In the beginning, all creatures live in the moon, except for ducks. They weren't created yet. Coyote has learned all their ways. Coyote was bored and then decided to create the earth. So he did it. And in the earth, he found awesome adventures, but saw it was empty, then decided to create ducks. He will pursue the ducks for fun. And when he became bored or tired, I don't know, he decided to take a nap and couldn't sleep, and then created water. The water will sing for him in his sleep, and the ducks could stay in the water where Coyote doesn't pursue them. All the creatures in the moon saw that Earth and Coyote was created. Then they all flew to sea and decided that Earth was beautiful, and they will live there. When Coyote awoke, he found all creatures around him and hear the moon crying. When he approached her and asked why she drops her tears, the moon screams at him, blames him because he made Earth so beautiful that no creature wishes to live with her anymore. Coyote said to her that all animals would grow bored of the Earth. Then they will return to her. Then make her the promise to return to the moon. For a time, Coyote keeps his promise, but then passed it to its earthly descendants. Then that happened. The moon then vowed to Coyote that his children would never rage anymore. This is why all coyotes and Garu sing to the moon. Sometimes she likes our songs, and we see her full face in the sky. Sometimes there is no moon in the sky. This is when she remembers the offense Coyote did to her. We are still singing for her. Ducks.
Lord, forgive me for listening
Charlie,
to that bull hockey.
Charlie has like one manly tear right now. I'd like to roll enigmas.
Okay. To what point in purpose, sir? Or you just feel like rolling some dice?
Well, yes, I do feel like rolling some dice. But also, he brought up Coyote and all this other stuff, and I'm wondering if maybe I could put two and two together?
Two and together how? You're going to have to be specific.
I don't think he's a... I think he's a changing breed, not one of us.
Well, it's not. I don't think that's going to be enigmas. That's going to be more of a primal urge.
Alright, can I try that?
Primal urge and perception difficulty 9.
Okay. Alright.
You can spend some of those help a player dice.
Might as well, if I can. That's 2.
Is it one
How
bullet
much
equals
does
2?
Charlie know
Charlie,
in general?
he knows a lot about being a guru and like the War of Rage, the fairies, and like his Galliard. He's gotten the whole oral history.
I just
from
want to make sure
everyone.
this is Charlie and not metagaming Steven.
It's
Yeah,
not
is this a cult? Is this an occult skill?
No.
Right.
I'm going to make him use his senses, if he's got any.
Wow, he did
He's got a couple.
pretty well.
Tris?
3. You definitely have questions. You
Okay,
have
I got questions.
You have extreme questions because you're like, kind of seems like Guru, kind of not sure what's happening here and if there's something willful or not, but you're not 100% sure what's going on here.
Alright, now I got questions. Apart from, you really got me sentimental about ducks now.
Ducks are funny.
Ducks
Very
are
delicious.
very funny.
There's
Now,
nothing funnier than a duck. Do you ever notice how their bill just doesn't match? And they don't chirp and they don't screech. They quack.
they quack. I
They're-
love it.
they
You are getting up.
funniest of all animals.
Which one of
Chen and
those?
Jeremiah are like clicking eyes like,
Which one of those represented Jesus?
The carpenter?
He's a fan. Don't worry about it.
I'm not sure ducks were there. Doves, perhaps. What you were saying? Have some more stew.
Thank you. It's delicious. Now, you got me sentimental about ducks. You called it dog form.
Rude.
Thank you.
You're so sensitive.
You a ragabash?
You have pride in yourselves. You have pride in your names, and yet you're so serious.
All right, that's it. Give me your arm. I'm smelling you.
I
Well,
have no pride
That's
in
kind of what the
myself.
primal urge thing was already, but it's hard to tell some of those minute differences. But
Oh, yeah.
it just seems off.
It's just odd. It's weird. It's freaking him out. In a good way. He's loving it, but still.
I see you have questions again. I am an old man who has been living in the nations, the Indian nations, for quite some time, before they were even nations. I have seen a lot. I know a lot.
I got so many questions.
You must be a fierce warrior to be so old.
Or not.
How old are you?
Oftentimes you can live a very long life and not fight a war at all.
How would you get into Valhalla?
By living very long.
That is not how you get in.
Okay, I'm not the brightest bulb, but I do know we're going to have some sort of weird conflict here eventually with ideologies.
There's 3 right now happening all at the same time.
And mine has evidence, but that's beside the point.
Well, you're welcome to leave anytime you feel uncomfortable.
I don't want to leave, I just...
Do not invite us to leave our own cairn.
Hold on, let me spell you again.
Well, I've set up camp, and if you are uncomfortable, you're the one that's uncomfortable. I hasn't asked you to leave if you... This is all very serious.
Shan, will you say
While
something?
all this is going on, now that I have a moment to stop and reflect, I want to reach out to the totem and talk to the spirit and ask what it feels about this individual being in the cairn. There was a call for help. How may we assist? What is the request of the spirit of the area?
Radio silence.
Well, son of a...
Kill the spare! Sorry, I made myself laugh.
That was my Slack notification, but it wasn't important.
Big moment, though.
Yeah, I was like...
So,
Almost
David,
were it not there.
we received information from a spiritual source regarding your presence and have not been able to have any additional information since then.
Additional regarding what? You'll have to forgive me. English isn't my first language. Can you make that
Nor mine.
easier? Someone told you I'm here.
And has not given us any additional information past that.
I'm sorry.
More information after that point. Are you preventing the spirits from speaking?
Let me check
you
my
talk
spirit
about
guide.
it.
I am that good, guys.
Yeah, fair enough. What do you want? I'm sorry. Say that again.
Are you preventing the spirits of the area from speaking?
No. No. I'm here. I made stew so we could all sit and talk. You're so serious.
Well,
and
we're
so
sitting
fierce.
and talking.
But we're not getting additional
okay.
information from our guest.
What do you want to know?
Got another story?
I was visiting Mrs. Osterman. I heard there was a new
No.
packet. Yes, what?
You got another story.
No, another
I like
story.
your ducks.
Oh, all right. I can tell you many stories, but you know what?
Please.
Quid pro quo. Isn't that a Latin term? Share one with me first.
You don't speak English, but you speak Latin, huh?
I've been around a long time.
Yeah, Charlie, go ahead. Give him a story. Dances with the Fae.
Make it funny.
Now, just because some of us went through werewolf puberty properly doesn't mean you got to be all uppity.
Let me hear your funniest story.
Funniest story.
He often runs around without pants on.
Yeah, it's not really a funny story, though.
I also
Not
do
to
that,
me.
and it is not funny.
This is the
Not to
Southwest. We often run around without.
Thank you. That's what I tell them. I'm pretty anti-pants, but beside the point. Once upon a time, in a faraway land known as Florida, I was visiting some kin in a land called Nantucket, Florida.
I've heard of this place.
Yes. And in Nantucket, Florida, I had to fight the worst Fomori of all time. He was horribly deformed, miserably deformed. You see, the worm had cursed his dick to be so long that he could suck it in Nantucket.
And he doubles over. Wow!
I knew that'd get a laugh! I knew that'd get a laugh! You didn't laugh last time I told it.
And none of them laughed. None of you guys have laughed. You guys are.
Jeremiah wouldn't laugh at that.
I've tried to tell these two that story about 1,000,000 times, and every time he just goes, well, that's uncouth, and he just gives me the look of judging.
That's good.
It seems unlikely that you had met such a powerful Fomori in your past.
That's not the point. Ugh. Okay. All right.
It takes Sigrid a minute to get the joke, but then she laughs.
In wolf form.
Yes.
Sort of a barking laugh.
All right.
I appreciate that joke. That's a very, very good story. May I tell that?
You may have that.
I appreciate that. You
As
may tell
Gallier to Raga Mabasha. I'm sorry. I'm so
Gesundheit. Anyone else have a story? Do you have a story from the cold lands?
I have many stories.
I'd love to hear one.
There are some stories about how the gods would come in to town as wandering strangers and perhaps share a meal around a fire. She's looking at you very closely to see if one of your eyes is fake.
Yes, because no ordinary person would do that. Carry on.
That is all.
That's not funny at all. Do you have a funny story from your homeland? Is that one from you?
The timing is just happening, guys. I'd like to claim that I am that good like I did earlier, but I'm really not.
Come on, Shen, you got one.
No, only if they decide to leave. That's what that was all about.
Got it.
Well, that wasn't ominous at all.
You guys
Well, maybe we should decide.
I
to
would
leave.
know better than to know the fact that you guys would metagame that.
I know.
We just all of a sudden decide to leave now.
Well, I'm done here.
Dead. What?
I'm trying to think of a funny story.
Blue Turtle
Blue Turtle. Oh, I like the way
wanted to
this one starts.
move a mountain that was in his way.
Mm-hmm.
But Blue Turtle was not strong enough to move the mountain
Mm-hmm.
and thought for many days on how such a mountain could be moved and reached out to his friends, and
What
they
are his
decided
friends? Who are his friends?
Green Sparrow
Mm-hmm.
and I hadn't gotten that far in my notes, so
That's why I'm prompt.
yes, sorry, off top.
Stay on target.
Yes, Green Sparrow and Red Dog.
These are names I think I know.
And they came to the decision that the best way to move the mountain, when none of them had the power, was to invoke another spirit, the one of Yellow Dragon. And so they brought up many, many drinks to the dragon, the spirit of the mountain.
Okay, I'm going to stop you here.
Barrels full.
You need to work on
Fermented.
your storytelling.
Fermented plum, and other delicious drinks.
Delicious drinks.
And Yellow Dragon was guzzled all of the drinks, more and more and more, and fell into a great sleep. And while this sleep occurred, Yellow Dragon began to urinate. And the urination
Do you guys laugh? Are you
caused the
laughing?
mountain.
Oh, Charlie laughs.
I think Jeremiah
What
And
was
the
that?
flow
What
was
was that?
copious and went all down, creating a new waterway in the land, the Yangtze. And the mountain was moved. Does that fulfill your desire for a story?
You killed Jeremiah.
I laugh.
Chen has a
I
small grin.
laugh. I laugh.
You killed Jeremiah. I approve. I approve.
Out of character, the Yangtze does stand for the Yellow River.
That's awesome.
For a second there, I thought you were talking about that one time we got the mayor really drunk. Do you remember? Well, I got the mayor really drunk, and then you told me not to do it, but I did it anyway. And never mind. We don't have to worry about that.
I must say I was concerned of your storytelling abilities with the long words and your serious outlook, but that was funny. You made her laugh. Him laugh?
Him.
Him laugh. Sorry.
You don't understand how big of a deal that is. This guy never laughs.
Tell me it's a funny story.
I don't have any funny stories.
Oh, come on. I'm
I
sure you
do.
got some.
I absolutely
The Book
do
of
not.
Job. That's funny.
How was that funny?
Come on, a little funny. A little funny.
It is not funny. I do not joke.
It doesn't have to be a joke. It can be a parable.
Pause.
While we look up the meaning of parable.
No.
Jeremiah casts his mind back, thinking of an appropriate parable.
I'm not even looking for a parable.
Oh no.
I'm
There was
looking
that
up.
one-off thing that Jeremiah heard once and didn't forget.
I'm looking up sinners in the hands of an angry God.
That's heavy.
Let's see. Oh, this is very long.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, that's all.
Oh, that's so long. This is good TV.
Why?
Yeah.
Fine, I have a joke.
It doesn't have to be a joke. It could be a funny story. Certainly that must have happened to you that was funny.
This is taking a lot of energy out of him. He needs absolute concentration. Tries like put an arm around you. It's like watching a baby gazelle take its first steps.
What do you call a fish with no eyes?
Well, it's not a no idea, because I know that one.
A fish.
Chen doesn't laugh, but that's one of my favorite awful jokes.
Oh, that was bad. That was so bad. That was so bad.
Jeremiah is literally biting his fist.
Like, that's the funniest thing that he's
It's the funniest thing he can think of. And it
Sigrid
pains him
literally
to tell a
does
joke.
the head tilt and just looks at you
Next
and
time you
doesn't
give a
understand
sermon,
why
you
it's
can
funny.
give the sermon of the loaves and
Jeremiah doesn't laugh. That was me.
No.
That was me laughing.
No, it's aimed at Jeremiah. Did Jeremiah laugh?
No, he didn't. That was me. I'm sorry. I laughed. I broke and I laughed.
You, child of the cold.
Yes.
Tell me a funny story. Certainly there's yellow snow.
It's true. My sister once fell into the yellow snow when we were hunting. That was funny.
Who made the yellow snow? Because it's only funny if it's your own.
Oh no. It was a bear.
Did you tell them that you're in yellow snow? See?
Okay, I give up. I don't care what you are. I like you. Can we keep him? I like this one.
I don't understand how it's funny.
Because the word... Go ahead and tell me a story. Perhaps something from your mythology. Here in the Southwest, it's desert and you don't deal with a lot of cold and snow.
I can tell you the story of he whose place this is. It is not very funny, though.
I'll be the judge of that, and we all will laugh if it's funny.
It will be funny for him, but not the other gods. So, a long time ago, Loki had 3 children.
Loki.
He was funny. One of the children was Fenris, and he was a giant wolf, much bigger than us. And he was very, very strong. All of the gods were afraid of him. And so they came to Fenris, and they asked him if he would let them test his strength. And he said, "Of course, I am the strongest. Why would I not?" He wanted to be friends with them.
That's the way dogs are, yes? You test strength, you check, you see, you sniff, you find.
Exactly. And so they brought him their strongest cord, and they asked him, "We will bind you with this, and you will break free." And so he did, and he broke free of all of their cords. And finally, they brought the tiniest cord. Of course he could break it. It was ridiculous if he could not. And so they bound him with it, but it was magical. He could not break it. And during this time, also, Tyr put his hand in Fenris's mouth, and he bit his hand off. That part was funny.
This is a tear of sadness.
Tyr was very sad. He was missing his hand. But
Lord,
that's okay. Fenris will
I
get
don't
the last
usually
laugh at
talk to you,
Ragnarok.
but thank you for these puns.
Jeremiah's gonna be like,
I have
give
to
that look
remind
up.
myself not to play characters that don't pun because it's just too painful not to.
I'm giving you permission. Please, if you have something funny to say, please. We're all sitting around a campfire.
I don't know, man. You kind of hurt my pancreas with that last one.
Pancreas. That's,
Eh.
I don't know what that is, but that's funny. I don't know anatomy well enough. So, Child of the Cold, that's a good tale. Yes, Loki, very interesting. I'm
I told
concerned.
you it was not funny.
I'm concerned that you find nothing. What do you not laugh at all? Is there nothing humorous in this world?
Wait, which thing did I laugh? I laughed at the turtle peeing in the river.
I didn't see that. Did you see that? Did you see that? I don't believe it. Tell me a funny
No, David,
tale.
I don't believe I saw that.
Let's see if you can make us all laugh.
If I make you laugh, will you leave our cairn?
I make no promises. Better be good.
I make no promises.
Touche.
I literally can't think of anything.
I know. I know.
hard.
I kind of went around everybody
Sigrun would
first.
say.
Out of the game, out of character.
Yeah.
I kind of know.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably some funny happenings around Razor Ridge. I mean, there was that time that Jeremiah tripped trying to help put out
Oh,
the
yes.
fire.
Go ahead and make some
Oh,
up.
you're gonna trigger him.
That's the one I was trying to
that's
think
funny.
of earlier, yes.
You have to admit, it's kind of funny.
It is pretty funny. I have one story. Jeremiah will not
One
like
is all
it.
it takes.
This part is not funny.
He starts laughing already.
2 people burned down the barn of my kin. And we went to put the fire out. Charlie brought many drunk people with spittoons. They filled their spittoons with dirt and threw it upon the fire, but it was a very big fire.
One would think that the spittoons full of spit would do better.
Eh. Want of a nail.
They were very drunk.
Or want of a spit in this case.
Jeremiah, who is a good friend, does not like to be in wolf form.
Jeremiah's gonna start turning an unpleasant color.
He shifted into his biggest form and went to the church and picked up the trough of water. What do you call it? Holy water?
Yes.
He brought it to the barn, and he was going to heave it on to the barn to put out the fire. But he tripped and fell and rolled away from the fire,
You are absolutely laughing.
which was
aren't you?
very funny.
You're very much Drax, aren't you? No!
But the best part was the townspeople who the next day said they saw a large polar bear trip over a bowl of water.
That is the funniest story I have heard yet this campfire. That is great. That is what sitting around a campfire is about. Sharing stories, laughing, enjoying. You people are so serious. That town is just terrible. It's dour. Why do you spend time there?
To protect my kin.
Have your kin move.
They
What?
moved here. It was worse before.
It's true. There's no snow here.
Because this is where Gaia wills us to be.
I see.
Chen reaches down and I pick up the gourd and take a sip and put the gourd back down and say, we have shared stories, we have shared food. what else can we do for you? I know you have come here to speak with the Osterman woman, and that you sometimes will visit, but I can't help but wonder what brings you to this space, not just to this town. You must need to speak with us, or you would not have spent your time creating the stew, sharing stories.
I knew this is a place you all would be. I knew this was the quickest way to find you, rather than wandering through that godforsaken town. I knew that you were here, and I thought I should introduce myself and say hi, which I've done. We've had food, we've shared good stories. This is what we do here in the Southwest, so welcome.
You know why I'm in Razor Ridge? You know why I'm here?
No?
This town's a piece of shit. This town's just awful. It's terrible. I'm the richest guy in town, and I'm not that rich. I literally stumble around drunk most of the time, and people take that as normal. It is a crap hole. But I think it could be better.
In the nations, we call people like you someone who has lost their way.
The campfire goes out, and everything is thrown into complete blackness.
Okay, back to the hackles being up.
David, is this you? And Jen, I'll back against a wall.
Okay.
Can I still smell if he's here?
Yes.
He's
I don't
definitely
move.
here.
Yeah.
All right.
That made sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I will wander a bit, and then I don't know how to do this without metagaming. I don't want to text this whole thing because I actually want people to know what we're doing.
No, don't.
Do you want us to
Yeah,
plug
I'll
our
say
ears for a
anything.
moment?
We can.
Go ahead, do it.
No. It's completely black in there. Like, I mean, you guys can usually see in low light.
Mm-hmm.
Can't see a damn thing.
Gosh, that's sudden.
Do you say it just exactly like that?
And laugh.
Okay. Oh.
Does it sound like he's moved from where he is, based on what his voice is saying? Okay.
Nope. But you guys are in a pitch black
Bring back the light.
cavern.
This is not how friends treat each other. This is not how a guest is hospitable. Bring back the light.
But it's funny.
Oh, I hate this. This is uncomfy.
And my voice sounded a bit further away.
Further away, which direction? Towards the exit?
You can follow his voice.
Can I tell if this is an external blindness or an internal blindness? For example, is Chen now blind and can't see, or is there just blackness?
It's so black
And I can
you don't
still-
even know. You can still feel walls. You can smell what was left of a put out campfire. You can smell the leavings of the stew. You can hear the ground crunch under your feet, but everything is dark.
May I try create element?
You may try.
Is fire part of that? Or is it
You can make a little bit of fire with that particular thing. Create one of the things. You can spend a gnosis point, and it's a difficulty of 6 rolling on gnosis.
so I'd roll 3 dice.
And
Okay.
you spend a gnosis point.
With difficulty 6.
Can I have
You
a
want to-
pencil?
Oh, a pencil?
Yes, thank you. I will do that.
What accent's that?
I don't know. I'll use a set of these.
I like it. I don't know.
All right.
Something
Oops.
Eastern European.
3 successes.
So in your hand, I'm guessing you're wanting.
Something, or is it just sort of oddly set?
It's on the paper.
Okay,
so
good.
It's like
All right.
a little
Okay.
I'm guessing you're gonna want to like create it in your hands, because you'd be able to hold it. It's a.
Yeah, would I be able to like kind of cast it at the campfire area, or is it too black to really?
I'm gonna
tell?
say to be able to do that, you're gonna have to conjure it first.
Yeah.
You conjure this fire, and it lights up your hand, and you get the little bit of halo around it, but it seems like it's completely, like the darkness is blocking it off. None of you can see this fire.
Oh, that helps to know what's going on. So I can see it, or no, I can't.
You
even
can see it, but
Okay.
it's not permeating the darkness at all.
Interesting. Okay.
And none of the rest of us can see it.
No.
I'm gonna move closer to the pack.
Okay.
So probably where I can remember Jeremiah was sitting.
Okay.
And go over there and try to find him.
You awkwardly find like his head while you're doing that, and so you reach and you feel something touching your head.
It's fuzzy.
It's fuzzy.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm.
Oh wait, you're in Lupus Storm,
good.
so I guess maybe
Yeah.
you're pawing at a leg.
Okay, so I know it's you then. If I get off. Okay.
If you reach down the other hand, you'd be able to.
Yeah, I'll do
like,
that.
feel
I'll
the top of her
doop,
head.
doop. I'll reach down and feel.
Only with a
it.
pack of werewolves would another dog coming out of the dark be seen as okay.
I'm going to look. I'm gonna look down at her and.
You don't see her.
And oh, you don't see her. Well, I'm going to like look in the general direction of feeling her head and say, I asked the Lord to give me fire, and he did. But it's strange. It's not lighting up the room at all.
How many times I gotta tell you, God's a woman, but that's beside the point.
Which god?
Let's not get into this right
Unimportant
now.
right now. Usually very important. Right now, unimportant.
I'm going to try to drunk stagger towards where I think the exit might be.
Okay.
David,
You
I know you can hear me.
You start walking, and why don't you give me? I'm gonna say that's gonna be Dex, and this is a weird one. Give me Dex and Alertness.
Dex and alertness, okay.
Difficulties 7.
Oh, okay. One success.
One success.
Yes.
You stop just short of your face hitting the wall. It's not exactly where you thought it was.
All right. Wrong direction.
But judging on where you came in, seems like it's in the wrong place.
1, 2, 3, 4. All good doggies. Find the door.
Can I use enigmas or
David, you're a
occult?
son of a bitch.
Can I use enigmas or occult to put together what I know about this stranger to try and figure out what type of being it may be? Love
So
stories,
analytical.
insists on hospitality.
How much would you know of Native American lore?
Probably not much. I think Chen wandered for a while, but I don't think he had much experience with the various tribes.
You're like Kane, like from Kung Fu.
Walking the earth, yes.
Half Chinese.
I got to play a ninja and then Western.
Give me, if you're going to do this, let's do enigmas and intelligence.
Okay.
And give me 7s.
Okay. Enigmas and intelligence. 6 dice. You said 7s?
Yes.
2.
2?
Lots of 6s. If only had been one easier.
Boy, that first story he told seemed to talk about a tricky customer.
Yeah. Are there
He's not a duck. Does that help?
Yes, I got that.
He's also probably not the moon.
As I
Well, let's not jump to conclusions,
Right.
but definitely not a duck.
quack.
Certainly don't weigh as much.
Do I remember anything about what stops or drives off a coyote, or what might mollify it?
Awfully seems like having fun. Seems to be the whole conversation that you had with David.
Oh, we're super not good at fun, you guys.
Correct myself.
Except for Charlie.
Exactly. It's Charlie's time to shine.
Yeah, Charlie. Turn tricksy. Turn into a tricksy hobbitses.
Well, you're in a dark cave, so any one of you could be the next golem.
That book won't exist for another 100 years.
Well, you can get a jump on it.
There you go. Charlie quacks.
Chen?
You quack.
Quack.
What does everybody else do in reaction to him going quack?
Quack, quack.
Like,
Oh
kind
my
of
lord, we lost Charlie.
bark a question
Charlie.
like quack.
How does a dog bark quack?
You'd be surprised.
You know what? We had a werewolf game where a wolf talked to a dolphin. I'm not going to question this.
I have so many questions now.
On
I don't.
FaceTime.
On FaceTime.
I have so many more questions.
I'll tell you after the show. But yeah, I'm all for that level of absurdity when it comes to wolf to anything else communications. That's kind of set the barometer for me.
Interspecies communications is
He quacks. Does David laugh at all?
yes, absolutely.
You hear his laughter ringing off of the walls.
Quack, quack. Ow! And he puts on the stupidest voice he can. So
Did you
this
just
is
say
that.
ow?
Oh, my darling moon! If only my giant duck arms could hold you dear. Oh, my beautiful, beautiful rock in the sky. Quack.
As he says rock in the sky, Chen is going to reach down and find 3 stones and start juggling in the dark.
Okay. Do you
I start feeling around for.
do you have any other
Jeremiah.
reactions to what Charlie just did? Or are you just going to start juggling? Which I'll let you juggle for free.
No, I'm going to juggle.
Okay.
I'd like to feel around for Jeremiah.
Oh Lord,
do.
please no.
Can you rephrase that?
Oh no, we're sticking with that. What would that one?
I'm gonna give. What did we have earlier? Is Dex and alertness?
I believe so.
Let's do that.
Okay,
You're looking for a specific target in the pitch black.
I'm gonna spend this.
I'm gonna say. Oh God.
Think about how funny it could be.
But it's also pitch black. You might be eaten by a group.
No.
Also funny.
You'll be eaten by a garoo.
Yes.
Yuck, yuck, yuck.
Give me 7s.
7th, okay.
It's a fair call.
Yeah.
2 successes.
2 successes?
One success.
One success.
Damn you ones.
1 success. At what level of air are your hands as you're groping around for Jeremiah?
What do you think would be the funniest?
You tell me, sir.
It's like a tennis match.
You tell me what's going on. I'm not going to be the one to dictate this.
Yeah, it's gonna grab your ass. Sorry, Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's
Is
gonna
it Jeremiah's
explain.
ass? You can't see.
I don't know what it is, but I'm like reaching around the waist area, and I managed to grab that.
He's gonna exclaim, "Ah, you donkey!"
Oh, my beloved, at last, we've been reunited. I'll never let you go from my giant, beautiful duck arms with my giant, beautiful duck beak. At last,
What the hell is going on?
Is David still giggling down there?
So I just want to be clear. This guy just grabbed his ass like two big old
Yeah.
handfuls, and
And
she's
then
all,
pulled him
"Oh
in."
Lord, what's going on?"
Yes.
Yeah, he's laughing.
And meanwhile, he's calling about a duck holding the moon,
Yeah, yeah.
Pretending to be a
Well,
duck.
he's-
which he's literally holding the moon.
He's literally holding the moon.
He laughs, and you guys get just the briefest glow of light and see just like sort of the edges of one of the, like a cave wall and the arch of it. And as his laughter fades out, it kind of goes back to dark.
Well.
We saw like an arch of like a doorway.
All four of us saw that, or just them two?
Everybody saw it. You
Everybody
heard his
saw it.
laughter, and it seemed like there was sort of a glow illuminating sort of one of the twists in the cave. And then as his laughter died out, it faded back to black.
5, 6,
Okay.
7, 8. I think those two might want to mate.
High five. Ship sailing.
Or you me or her?
Yeah, why not both? Woo! Ship
That was
sails.
funny. That was
Do
funny.
you laugh?
No.
Charlie
no,
does.
no.
You laugh,
Oh, of course.
and it seems like, again, that light sort of glows a little bit.
I drop to one knee, and I'm still looking at Jeremiah's backside
Yeah.
here.
Everybody's staying stationary?
I throw the juggling rocks at the where I think the laugh is coming from.
Okay. You hear them.
A, B, C, D. Who's throwing rocks at me?
Oh, Jeremiah, with your complete rejection of reality and your abject refusal to accept what you are and your attractive albinism, will you marry me?
No! He's gonna like be struggling, trying to get away from his grasp. And this is not the time nor the place. What is going
That's
on?
not a no. I'm not hearing a no.
I didn't
Shen,
say no.
will you be my best man?
Okay, this got to a really weird.
I did say no. My heart belongs to God. All right. What's happening? What is going on?
And Charlie is laughing.
As you laugh, again, it just seems like it sort of brightens the pathway.
What's
Jen,
your
will
character's
you
name
be-
again? Nick?
Chen.
Chen.
Jen, will you be my best man? Come on, someone has to. I don't have it. Well, I guess my brother could, but he's not going to approve. He's got a thing against albinism.
Help!
Who marries the priest?
Ooh. Oh, Sigrid, you can do it. You don't even have to be a human. You just stay a wolf, bark at us a few times. That's good enough in the eyes of God.
No, Sigrid. No. Everybody, no.
Exactly it. Sigrid, would you do the honors?
No.
Of course I would.
Rotten possums full of pus. Why is Chen so serious?
This is serious. This is a mission. I don't understand how you can make such light of this in your darkness.
Well, it's a wedding. We're supposed to be kind of happy
This
here.
is
I
not
thought
a
you'd
wedding.
be happy for me, unless Chen. I never knew. Oh my! And he's
Okay.
Southern Belle voice.
He's doing a melodrama in the Dark and Cave.
Oh yes.
I gotta say, it's pretty funny. You must pay the rent.
Oh my! I'm just a simple country girl. Now I got the priest and the dark stranger from across the sea after me. Oh my!
This is your group.
Jeremiah laughed.
I
No, he didn't.
You just
laugh.
invited
I really
Actually,
can't. I can't say anything about any of this. Is David still laughing at this, or has he stopped laughing
He
at this?
stopped laughing.
It's kind of gotten weird.
Yeah, it totally has.
And
Question.
everything,
Punches
and
go too far.
everything is still super dark now, and it's gotten very quiet. You haven't heard his laughter in a while.
I'm gonna get an idea, and I'm gonna turn around and slap Charlie in the face.
Okay. Sure.
That usually makes people laugh. I don't know.
It's in the middle of the dark where no one will see it.
Darn it. I figured maybe he could see or like he had power.
Oh, I definitely feel it.
Oh, he definitely deserved it. Not funny though. If somebody deserves this laugh.
Shucks.
I have a question.
Sure.
Was the doorway in the same spot every time the light flared up?
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to grab onto Jeremiah's robe and start dragging him in that direction.
Okay.
All right. I'm going to go willingly.
She comes from the land of the ice and snow. You think she knows which way to go.
Stork, you're
It's
on
still
fire.
pitch
You
black.
really are. This is great. Did you prepare the rhymes or? Nice.
Nope, he's just that good.
Just that good.
So you make it a little bit of a ways, but you can't really tell where you're going.
I'm not finding a wall or anything.
I mean, eventually, like, if you just keep going, you'll bump into something.
That was sort of the plan.
Okay. Well, you found another wall. Congratulations.
Come on, guys. I can't be the only funny one in the group.
Well,
I'm out of material.
I'm pretty sure you are.
Do you say that?
Yeah. I'm
Do you
running.
actually laugh?
I don't think that Jen would find that funny. I do, but
Okay.
I
I'm
don't
running
think
out
Jen
of
laughs at
material.
that.
No, that's funny. He's defeated. He's like, I'm out of material.
I
think what
think
Jen would
Jeremiah
think
is going to catch on to the trend here, and he's just going to try to just laugh and see what happens.
Okay.
At nothing.
You a
Right.
fake laugh?
Yes.
All right.
but
Are you fake laughing, or are you dredging up some laughter from somewhere?
drudging it up? Just
Okay.
because he's catching on to what's happening and is like, that's the way to get out of here. I'm gonna do it.
Okay. What is Jeremiah thinking of to get this actual laughter from
That's a great
the depths
question.
of his being?
It's a great question.
Because there's a difference between ha 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 and actually laughing.
Which is usually what I hear whenever I tell Mac a joke.
He'd never
Yes,
admit
That's
this.
laugh.
accurate.
Yeah.
He'd never admit this, but he's laughing at Charlie's failed attempts at the pants spell.
So as you laugh, and I imagine it probably starts as like a
Yeah. Yes.
laugh, you kind of, as you kind of do that laugh, it kind of, the light sort of, like this glow sort of just flares. And you can kind of see as the laughter is happening, it's sort of lighting sort of this pathway. You can't see the edge, very end of the pathway, but you can definitely see like the general area of the cave that you're in.
Okay. Cool.
Jive and joke, a quip and crank for lowly folk and men of rank. I use my spear, or I use my shaft and have no fear, but use my wit. For men with beer.
Oh, this is
Got
falling
lost
off.
in my own
I'm just
rhyme.
Aw.
Jeremiah,
I believe in
what are you laughing at?
I'm laughing at Charlie not being able to do that spell right.
Oh,
not
that
wearing
makes you
pants.
laugh.
I think
It was quite funny.
Oh, which time? The first, second, or fourth time I couldn't do it right.
The third was my favorite.
Was it the time? Oh, was that the time when I went straight back to the bar after we were done, thinking I was wearing pants?
Yes.
And neither of you felt the need to tell me.
You were so proud.
I was.
I laugh.
And the cave, the entrance, starts glowing brighter, almost as if the rocks are self-illuminating down the way. And if you guys start walking that way, well, as you laugh, it continues to rebound against the rocks, igniting them with sort of this internal light.
Charlie's gonna start walking. Okay, what? Okay, how's the third time funnier than the second time? The second time, I thought like the pants were invisible or something, and I was just walking around town ass naked. Like,
No. The second time was when you kicked them off in your wolf form, and then walked out as if you had done it successfully.
Oh,
right. The third time when you had come back the other way and then strode confidently into the middle of town and Meriwether's.
Yeah. I wasn't allowed back in the bar for a while after that one.
I mean, my command of the language is not so good, but when you walk into a bar pantsless and ask for a stiff one, that was not quite the response I think you were looking for.
Even the dog got that pun.
As you guys continue to talk and laugh and just enjoy everything that's happening, you continue to keep getting that glow going down the pathway until finally it's a searing bright light of the natural sunshine outside of the cairn.
Oof.
That was the strangest thing I've ever done.
Yes, perhaps there is a point, though. Is David there?
Yeah. He's sitting on a rock, kind of, sort of up on the top. It's like laughing. Well done. Well done. And so what was the point? What do you think the point was?
Perhaps we have been too serious in our duties, and
you think?
may need to look at other aspects of life as well.
Why do you think laughter would be important?
Because it pushes back the darkness that we have to face.
And you will have to face it. You are wise. You are a mystic. Very
I try.
Good. The darkness is always all around us. The darkness is always pressing. Laughter is a very, very good defense. It can calm a rage, if you know what it means. And you, little Valkyrie, lighten up.
I did.
Now disappear.
And you all have gained a gift taught by Coyote
What?
Oh!
Wow.
called Infectious Laughter. And I will send it around to you guys, but here's what it entails. Laughter is the tool with which Gaia's tricksters promote enlightenment and the knife that slashes through the veil of rage. It's normally a Ragabash power, but I'm going to let you all have it. When the Ragabash laughs, those around her are compelled to follow along, forgetting their grievances. A coyote spirit teaches this gift.
Or perhaps the coyote spirit.
Or just a coyote.
So what it means is you guys will be able to use it. The Ragabash, or in this case you guys, must make some comment mocking the present situation in which she finds herself and then laugh at it. The player then rolls manipulation and expression, difficulty of the highest rage rating of anyone listening. Success causes those who hear the comment to and laughter to lose hold of their ire and forget what had upset them in the first place. Although their temper will return if they are reminded of what the new moon has made them forget.
At last my time has come.
Wow.
So that is what you all have gotten from that.
That is awesome.
So
That's so cool.
I imagine after that you all wander back to town. And
Yeah, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm done here. You guys continue on with your game. I'm going to go pee.
That's full circle.
Wow.
And that guy's still
Started. Yeah.
unless you guys have anything you want to discuss with each other.
On the way back to town, Sigrun is gonna say, "You know what? I would like to go to the tavern. Will you all come have a drink with me?"
Sigrun, I'd be honored. But you're gonna have to be a person, you know that, right?
There will be pants.
You have to go get your leathers that you left behind.
Fortunately,
needs
they're
pants?
they're on the way back to town, so
If I learned anything today, is that pantslessness saves the day.
I have often thought that.
I agree, and I'm not the pantsless.
I was about to say.
that getting a drink would be a good idea. And I apologize that my seriousness has perhaps created issues in our pack.
Yeah, I've had a stick in my ass for the past couple days. I get you.
I will go. Yes. He'll smile. He won't be like like he always is.
Hey, Jeremiah. What's brown and sticky?
I don't know. What?
A stick.
Jeremiah's weakness, dad jokes.
Yes. Dude, yes.
So you all go to Merryweather's and enjoy some time there. I imagine as it starts to get much later, you split off from one another, and Sigrun, you head back to the homestead.
Yes.
And when you get there, Astrid comes out and tells you there was a messenger looking for you, and it was the only address that they had, the only location that was given to hand this off, and you get this.
How long were we gone?
I mean, it was early in the day when you guys sort of set out, so it's, it's pretty late now, though.
Okay. And this is after Sigrun has left and is back at home?
Yeah, I imagine you've all dispersed at this point.
Can Sigrun read?
She might need help with
No.
Yeah, that just kind of dawned on me like,
Out of character, I'm reading it, but in character,
So you might want to go ask somebody to help you.
yes.
You could show it with your family, or you could perhaps take it to someone else, such as a Jeremiah.
They were pretty freaked out by the last time they had to deal with werewolf business. I kind of want to keep them out of it for now. So, I probably think that Charlie can read.
Okay.
'Cause he's rich, and rich people know how to read, right?
I'm guessing after
That's so
stumbling out of there, he probably goes home.
he actually didn't get drunk.
Really?
Yeah, he had a beer.
But he still goes home afterwards, yeah?
Oh, of course.
All right. You know where he lives.
Okay, so I go to his house and knock on the door.
I come downstairs. Hey, Sig, what's up?
Someone sent me a letter. Just hands it to you.
Charles, Sigrun, and Jeremiah, there are matters that require your attention. The pair that we apprehended in Razor Ridge are not the ones who set the fire.
Oh no.
They were very confused when I questioned them about it. You must be on guard. There is more at work there than it appears. I can see that those two are not the smartest of thieves, but I expect they would know if they set fire to the barn. There's danger there in Razor Ridge. I don't know what you found there, but I could smell something, and I could feel a storm on the wind. You should be wary. There are rumors going around here in Conejo country of better hunting than coyotes in your parts, so watch out. Mackenzie. The box in which you found this letter contains $250, yada yada yada.
Well, there's more.
There's
though.
more. Read the scripty part.
If the lock has been tampered with or the seal broken on this note, or the money is missing, all or in parts, perhaps you should kill the messenger.
So if you're reading it, because it's late near candlelight, so just as you finish getting through the main part of the letter, that part sort of bleeds out through the paper and you see that bottom part. When you got it, it was sealed, though.
Okay, and nothing was missing?
No.
Okay.
He hands it back. Well, shit.
And that's where we're going to end it tonight. And thank you, Jib, for actually writing that out for me. So I wanted it to be written in Mackenzie's voice, so Jib was kind enough to actually do the writing on that bit.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Jill.
And thank you, Stork, for coming and playing.
That was
Wonderful
great.
having you.
That was
fun.
a great letting me play
Coyote.
this. Thanks for letting me do this. This worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
It's fun.
it did.
It's fun.
She and I did some furious emailing back and forth this morning today, and it worked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
See?
Oh,
I
that
just
was
had to kind of
wonderful.
see what you guys were doing before I could direct anything further, because I could plan, but basically the way I described it to another friend of mine who GMs earlier is that GMing is much like a choose your own adventure book where you can flip to page 11 or page 17 or 3, or more likely than not, your players just write the fucking story in the margins that they want it to be. So you can never quite plan for exactly what's going to happen.
Bit of trivia here. The name David Latrans, from the first freak show that I ran, they were summoning coyote in the basement of an Indian casino, and the guy that was doing it was named David Latrans.
I thought it was
Latrans
familiar because I'd heard that story.
is Latin for coyote.
Well, and you also had an actual name as well
Yeah,
that you were using.
The Cherokee name that I had, which was he sits at home. Is me sitting at home. Coming
Love
up with
it.
Stuff. But you never asked me my and I probably, or I don't know, well, we would have seen. Anyway, oh, and you guys were eating or drinking mushroom mescali stew, which explains the craziness that
We
you
were
did
tripping
not
balls.
Yeah.
Even if you did not consume it, the fumes were strong enough. Because
That's what
somebody
that
didn't
was.
want any stew.
He called me a dog. That was rude. I'm not gonna eat stew.
Ah.
for
Has anybody got anything cool they want to talk about before we're out of here? We're ending a little bit early tonight.
Uncanny Valley will be returning to Saving Throw January 15th. That's Martin Luther King weekend. So tune in.
Huzzah!
Huzzah!
Yeah,
Huzzah.
cool.
And you can always tune in throughout the week at Happy Jacks. There's always really great programming. If there isn't programming on, go back and watch the VODs. There's some really entertaining stuff that you might have missed. But definitely look in the chat. I'm sure someone will put the schedule up in there because I don't memorize it because that requires too much brain work.
Yeah, it's up on the homepage. And schedule. Just go on just like one click. It's right there, the whole schedule.
Yeah, but definitely check it out. We love to hear from you guys. We also have
Please.
the Happy Jacks Pro Board, so we're happy to hear from you on the forum. Tell
Love
us what
feedback.
you think.
Yep.
Please, and
Send all your feedback to Stork if it's negative.
Yes, I'm playing a racially insensitive character, so any bad feedback send to me. Any good feedback send to Mac.
Precisely.
Yes.
You didn't even really have to roll today, which is awesome. You didn't have to Stork anything.
I know. You, thank you for that, Mac.
You're welcome.
And I gotta say,
my gift to you.
You're doing a great job. This game is so much fun. You laid that out. That was such a wonderful vignette.
I can't handle
you.
praise. It turned into a dinosaur.
So send her all of your praise.
All of it on
Or-
Twitter.
And
We're all
fan art.
very-
We've gotten some fucking killer fan art, I've
Yeah.
got to say, guys. So
Yeah.
we
There-
love receiving it.
Love
Please continue
fan
to
art.
send it. If
Absolutely.
it's erotic, send it to my personal account.
Or just my account in general.
Our Twitters are right here.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in, and tune in 2 weeks for episode 7.
Yay!
Yay! Woo-wee.
Bye-bye.
Bye.